After Week 2 of the 2026 NHL playoffs, why has your NHL team been winning or losing most of their games? Let's dive into it and find out. The first series that we're going to look at is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Los Angeles Kings. As you have probably seen, Colorado swept Los Angeles, winning in 4 games. Colorado's goalie and defense is the main reason why they swept the Kings. Scott Wedgwood for Colorado has had a 121 goals against average and a .950 save percentage. Anton Forsberg for the Los Angeles Kings has been really busy. 3 of the 4 games, Colorado has had 30 shots. Colorado's team has been playing super well together. They don't have a player with a whole bunch of points, but their whole team is getting points. Colorado has 4 players on their team that have 4 points. Nathan MacKinnon has 4 points, Artturi Lehkonen has 4 points, same with Gabriel Landeskog. Then the Kings only have 1 player with 4 points. That's Alex Laferriere, and he has 4 assists in 4 games. The Los Angeles Kings have 110 shots on goal, while the Colorado Avalanche only have 96. And the offensive and defensive zone time is practically the same. I guess that just means Colorado has more big-time players that can create more big-time plays. Colorado is tied for first place with the Carolina Hurricanes for allowing goals per game. Each team has only allowed 1.25. Then the Los Angeles Kings are allowing 3.25 per game. The Colorado Avalanche's shooting percentage is 13.3%, while the Kings is only 5. Also, just another note, Colorado has had 42 high danger chances, while the Los Angeles Kings have only had 28. I wonder how the Avalanche will do in the second round. The next 2 teams that I have facing off is the Minnesota Wild versus the Dallas Stars. Minnesota won that series 4-2. There was a time in that series when Dallas was leading 2-1, but somehow Minnesota won 3 straight. That's pretty amazing. As I said in the first video, Dallas has 2 strong lines that get a whole bunch of goals. Then there's the Minnesota Wild that got a decent amount of goals, but their whole team is able to score. Dallas's top scorers are Matt Duchene, he has 9 points in 6 games, what a performance from him. Then it's Jason Robertson, he has 8 points in 6 games, followed by Mikko Rantanen, who has 7 points in 6 games. Then the Minnesota Wild have 2 players with 9 points in 6 games. That is Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Boldy. Then there's Quinn Hughes, and he has 8 points in 6 games. Minnesota took a risk putting Jesper Wallstedt in net because he's a rookie, and sometimes rookies can't handle all the pressure. But the bet worked out for them. He's had a .203 goals against average and a .924 save percentage. Then there's Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. He's usually really good in the playoffs, but he's just not himself right now. His numbers are an .893 save percentage and a 2.83 goals against average. Those are still okay numbers, but just not as good as what he usually does. Minnesota is doing amazing at getting shots on goal. They lead the whole postseason with 171 shots. Then the Dallas Stars have 159 shots on goal. Still respectable, but not as good as the Dallas Stars. The Minnesota Wild's shooting percentage is 13.3%, while the Dallas Stars is 8.1%. I guess it just goes to show that it's better to have a team that has good depth than just a few really good players. Next, we have Vegas versus Utah. Vegas took this series in 6 games. Just like the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars series, Vegas was down 2-1 in this series and they won 3 straight. These teams are pretty evenly matched. All the games have been really close except for Game 6, which Vegas won 5-1. In the shot compartment, Utah leads that. They have 161 shots on goal, while the Vegas Golden Knights only have 148. I guess you don't need a whole bunch of shots to win, but it definitely increases your odds. On NHL.com Edge, it shows that Vegas has had 49 high danger chances, while Utah has only had 30. Vegas's Jack Eichel has been leading them right now. He has 9 points in 6 games. Then the Utah Mammoth's top scorer is Dylan Guenther, and he has 5 points in 6 games. Still decent, but not as good as Jack Eichel's. The Vegas Golden Knights' Carter Hart has had a .272 goals against average and an .889 save percentage. Utah's goalie, Karel Vejmelka, hasn't done the best, but his numbers are a .313 goals against average and an .885 save percentage. The Vegas Golden Knights' offensive zone time is 43.8%, while the Utah Mammoths is 37.4%. That means more offensive zone time for Vegas and less for Utah. I guess those are just the reasons why Vegas won this series. The next series on this list is Anaheim versus Edmonton. Anaheim took this series in 6 games. What an upset. This upset is so big because they beat the Edmonton Oilers, who have gone to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. During this series, the Edmonton Oilers got 168 shots on goal, while the Anaheim Ducks got 149. This is a great example why you don't need a whole bunch of shots, because it only takes one. But like I said, it still helps. Each team had a pretty high shooting percentage. The Anaheim Ducks' shooting percentage was 13.4, while the Oilers was 12.4. The Edmonton Oilers' top scorer was Leon Draisaitl. He had 10 points in 6 games. While the Ducks had a whole bunch of top scorers. Their top scorer was Jackson Lacombe. He's a defenseman. He got 9 points in 6 games. And then they also have Troy Terry. He got 8 points in 6 games. And Leo Carlson, who also got 8 points in 6 games. The Anaheim Ducks, Lucas Dostal's numbers are an .874 save percentage and a .387 goals against average. Connor Ingram's numbers are an .876 save percentage and a .386 goals against average. The Anaheim Ducks power play is 50%, so if you're the Oilers and you take a penalty, it's like every other time they score a goal. I think the Oilers are going a bit too aggressive on this power play. They come out and challenge, and then they leave somebody wide open in the slot. In Game 6, the Oilers put Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the line, and the Ducks did a great job of keeping them in the defensive zone. The zone time for the Anaheim Ducks was pretty much the same as the Oilers. The Ducks were in the offensive zone for 41.7% of the time, and the Oilers were in the offensive zone for 40.2% of the time. I wonder how the Ducks are going to do against Vegas. The next series I have here is Buffalo versus Boston. Buffalo took this series in 6 games. And just like the other series, Boston had more shots than Buffalo, even though they lost. Boston had 170 shots, while Buffalo had 139. Buffalo's shooting percentage is 10.5, while Boston's is 8%. Boston's top scorer is David Pastrnak, and he has 7 points in 6 games. Buffalo has 2 players with 7 points in 6 games. That's Tage Thompson and Alex Tuch. Now let's take a look at high danger chances. Buffalo has 46 high danger chances, and Boston has 36. Alex Lyon has played super well for the Sabres. His numbers are a .955 save percentage and a 1.14 goals against average. Jeremy Swayman has done okay for the Boston Bruins. He has a .906 save percentage and a .291 goals against average. Buffalo is allowing 2 goals a game and scoring 3.33 goals a game. Can't complain about those numbers. Buffalo has spent 43.1% of the time in the offensive zone, while Boston has spent 39.1% in the offensive zone. Boston has taken too many penalties. They have 123 penalty minutes, which gives Buffalo a whole bunch of time on the power play. Buffalo also has a lot of penalty minutes. They have 96, but that's still 30 less than what Boston has. I'm excited to see whether Buffalo plays Montreal or Tampa in round 2. It's going to be a close series either way, but in a few days we'll find out. Montreal versus Tampa is a very exciting series. All games have just been determined by 1 goal, and 4 games have gone to overtime. Both teams are playing a really good defense, and also the goalies are playing really well. The highest score in this series was 4-3. That's not very high compared to Anaheim beating Edmonton 7-4. The series is tied at 3, and Montreal has 153 shots on goal, while Tampa Bay has 133 shots on goal. Jakub Dobich for the Montreal Canadiens is playing really well. Right now, Tampa Bay has 79 mid-range shots, and he's only let 6 in on those. Montreal has 36 mid-range shots, and they've scored 4 goals on that amount. Both goaltenders are keeping their team in the game, but I'd say Jakub Dobich is doing a bit better than Andrei Vasilevsky. Dobich's numbers are a .916 save percentage and a .219 goals against average. Vasilevsky's numbers are a .220 goals against average and a .905 save percentage. After 6 playoff games, the Tampa Bay Lightning's top scorer is Brandon Hagel, and he has 8 points in 6 games. Montreal's top scorer is Lane Hudson. He has 6 points in 7 games. Nick Suzuki also has 6 points in 7 games. Just to note, Cole Caulfield only has 1 goal in 6 games, and all season long he got 52 goals. If he has the same pace at 1 goal in 6 games, he'd be on pace for 12 goals all season long. The Tampa Bay Lightning have been in the offensive zone for 43.2% of the time, while the Montreal Canadiens have been in the offensive zone for 39.1% of the time. I would say Tampa's playing better than Montreal, but if Montreal wins this series, it's all because of Jakub Dovish. Next, we have Carolina versus Ottawa. Carolina swept Ottawa in 4 games. Carolina has dominated this series. Their whole team is playing super well. I think the main reason why Ottawa got swept by Carolina is because of Frederik Andersen. He's been playing amazing. Frederik Andersen's numbers are a .955 save percentage and a 1.1 goals against average. Linus Ullmark has also played really well for the Ottawa Senators. He has a 203 goals against average and a .932 save percentage, but it's no match for Frederik Andersen. Carolina's top scorer is Taylor Hall. He has 7 points in 4 games. That's pretty good. The Ottawa Senators' top scorer is Drake Batherson. He has 4 points in 4 games. The Carolina Hurricanes are tied with the Colorado Avalanche for goals allowed per game. It's 1.25. Here's another great example of the losing team having more shots on goal. The Ottawa Senators had 124 shots on goal, while the Carolina Hurricanes had 105 shots on goal. Ottawa had 19 more shots than Carolina did. Even though Carolina got less shots on goal than the Ottawa Senators did, Carolina's zone time was super good. They spent 45% of the time in the offensive zone, while the Ottawa Senators only spent 36%. I guess Carolina took more time to make a play than get shots on goal, and it turns out it worked well for them. I'm excited to see how well Carolina plays against Philadelphia. The last series on this list is Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. Philadelphia took this series in 6 games. Philadelphia was winning the series 3-0, but Pittsburgh got 2 quick wins and was back in the game. But in Game 6, Philadelphia won at home. If Pittsburgh won that Game 6, I think they would have had a pretty good chance at winning Game 7 at home. The shots were decently close, like Pittsburgh had 139, Philadelphia had 148. Both teams didn't have a player that scored a whole bunch of points in this series, but the Pittsburgh Penguins' highest scorer was Sidney Crosby, and he had 5 points in 6 games. And the Philadelphia Flyers' highest scorer was Rasmus Ristolainen, and he also had 5 points in 6 games. Dan Vladar for the Philadelphia Flyers is the main reason why they beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. His numbers are a .937 save percentage and a 1.61 goals against average. Stuart Skinner hasn't done very good for the Pittsburgh Penguins, so they decided to put in Archer Shelovs, and he's done pretty good. His numbers are a .939 save percentage and a 1.52 goals against average. The Pittsburgh Penguins actually have more offensive zone time than the Philadelphia Flyers do. The Penguins have 42.9% of the time in the offensive zone, while the Philadelphia Flyers only have 39.3%. The Philadelphia Flyers shooting percentage was higher than the Pittsburgh Penguins, though. It was 8.6%, while the Penguins was only 6.9%. The Philadelphia Flyers have more high danger chances. They have 47, while the Pittsburgh Penguins only have 34. It's surprising to see how well Philadelphia has played this postseason. I wonder how they'll do against the Carolina Hurricanes. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and next week I'll make a week 3 video just like this.